The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 29. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm coming. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, watch the leg.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders have taken the lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kane, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Ready? 6 them up, boys. 56. Check 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go. He's coming, double up. Switch. Check 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
36-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. A good pickup there of 22. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness and is chipping away at their confidence.
56, the mark, boy.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And
for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's gone. He completes it to Hunt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
47-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Goff now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Hey, Orvis. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff now to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
45.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what it is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Bravo.
Goff on third down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
On first down, gone. And he will find his man on the outside. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Goff. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Let's go.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
DC. Hey, Haywood. Watch the run. Mike 5. Ready.
To the air again. Gone. This is the tight end Fant. And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. And an alley to run. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he comes back with one complete. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
36. Tighten up. Whoa. Hey, watch it. I got him. Back to mine. I got him.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And he's got his man on the out route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Set, hut, 30 base. Mike, 45. You ain't going nowhere.
2nd and 11. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All right, 120. Big stop, D. Big stop. My five. Check tight.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Obama. Hey, Charlie.
On 1st down, it's gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now they try the right side here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And an alley to run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
What? 180. Hey, shell. Hey, fire.
Now Goff on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Listen. Hey, exit.
Again, Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the red zone now, Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll try and run for it. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
56 is the mic. I'm here all day. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here we go. 180.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Fire's the mic. Fire's the mic. Let's get the ball. Switch. Check 31. Check 31.
On 2nd and 10, Goff eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these all the way back home.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Push him back. Push him back. 53's the mic. Check 53.
Let's set a tone.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. Dixon complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So this one a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Oakland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.